Hi guys, welcome back to Finding Your Indie. I'm Bonnie Paulson,
And I'm Andy Stevens.
and we are here for our Monday marketing tips and tricks today. And we're doing a carryover series from last week where we did the how to know if you need a pen name. And we had some really great comments in there. And we wanted to remind you that this is the second part to that. So if you haven't had a chance to see the first one, go check it out. And here we are. We're going to be talking about how to actually do this. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is identify the pen names that you're going to be doing. So for instance, if I wrote, I could probably go into my Amazon account here in a second, but let's say I write sweet romance and I write apocalyptic thrillers, which I do. If I have them all under one pen name, obviously I need to do a new pen name. So how would I do that? What steps are we going to take? First ones we're going to do is we're going to identify which books are going to go into which pen name. Okay. Mm-hmm. So let's say I have 10 books and 4 of them are APOC and 5 of them are sweet romance. And I've got another one and I'm not quite sure where it fits. What would you do with that one, Mandy?
I would first identify the genre to see where it fits.
Yeah. And if it doesn't fit in either of those, ignore it for now.
Yeah.
Okay? Just ignore that one. You're going to do these first 2 first. The very first thing that you're going to do is you're going to identify your new pen name. So mine was Bonnie R. Paulson. And then I was like, I don't want it to be too different because I do have readers who've been reading it. So I went with B.R. Paulson for my APOC name. So I was like, okay, now I know these ones are going to go over here and these ones are going to go over here. Now what do I need to do to fix them? The sweet romances, the names were already Bonnie R. Paulson. They didn't have to change. They were fine. So those ones were great. The covers were fine. The insides were fine. Even their product pages were solid. However, BR needed to do some work, like serious work. So this is what we're going to
covers. Yeah, you need covers. You
need to update your covers first. Covers need to be updated first. Not inside Amazon yet. You need to update your covers first and the interiors. Because if you're on Amazon, which you should be, or if you're on any of the other retailers, their bots actually check to see if the data is the same. It's the metadata. If it's not the same, they actually ding you and you get emails. Oh, this is not correct. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, account deletion, whatever they say. It's so dumb. I've had it happen. It sucks. So we're going to actually go in and we're going to show you inside the things that you can change and the things that you will change when you actually are changing a book in your pen name. Now, let's say that you haven't released a book really quick before we go in there. If you haven't released a book under this pen name, then you're kind of fine, right? Like you don't need to worry about changing anything. You're just going to make sure that you start fresh. You're going to need an Amazon Author Central page. You'll probably want a Facebook page, and you'll most likely want some kind of a landing page, whether it's a website or like a MailerLite landing page to collect subscribers. That's a great way to start a pen name. Okay, should we go in and get started on talking about what we're doing? Okay. So I'm going to come in here and we're just going to grab this first book here. And you can see I don't have paperback, so I don't have to worry about that. If I did have to worry about paperback, I would come in and I would unlink it. So you want to unlink your paperback because you can't make changes in your paperback because they have an ISBN attached to it. So you would have to unpublish the paperback that's currently linked to the book. Okay. So I would take that off. Then what I would do is I would come in and I'd get ready to start edit ebook details. Now, the title can stay the same. The subtitle can stay the same. The language can stay the same. The series title, all of these things are fine. The one place that you can change is right here, is the primary author or contributor. See how it's not grayed out? If it's grayed out, you can't change that. But this is grayed out. So you can actually come in, if you don't want to lose your reviews, come in and change the author name. Okay. You can also do where you actually add the new pen name so that you can claim it a little bit later if you need to. I like to do this for claiming it for Author Central, and we're going to put a link to a really great post that I've used over whatever, and it actually teaches you how to do multiple pen names in your Author Central account step by step. I have used that over and over. I'll put it in there. Like I said, it's an excellent post. And so you can put the new pen name in here. So let's say I was going to do Bonnie Sweets. Okay. I would put Bonnie Sweets in here and then it would add it as the author or whatever. I only do authors. I don't do anything else. Okay. But I would change it here. If I was like, okay, I'm ready. I've got my cover. I've got all my stuff ready. So you change the author name to Bonnie Sweets. Then you would come in and you would make sure that there's no mention of the other author's name in here. So if I had put in here USA Today bestselling author Bonnie Paulson, I would take that out because that's not my pen name, right? I don't want that in there. Now, and I've heard people say, oh, but I might have crossover. Look, if you really think you're going to have that much crossover, why are you doing different pen names? That doesn't make sense. So you're not going to have that much crossover. I mean,
No.
okay, when Nora Roberts, she did JD Robb. So she was doing the pen name. From what I understood, the pen name didn't do that well until she was like, yeah, Nora Roberts wrote JD Robb. And then it was like, yeah, I went crazy. Unless you are Nora Roberts, I don't suggest that you tie them together. Not like that, not with your metadata, because you don't want this new pen name to come up when there's a search for your work. However, you can say, if you want to, written by, whatever, you can totally do that. No, but I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying, really think about why you're having a pen name if you're going to be just adding yourself to everything anyway. So you could put that in, you could make sure and take that out, make sure your name's not associated with it. And then you would come down, make sure everything's the same, all the things, nothing else has to change so far. Hit save and continue. This might take a year because of my internet. Oh, a little bit faster than I was expecting. Okay. Then you come in here and this is where you have to make your changes. You're going to upload your new EPUB or Word doc or PDF, whatever it is that they want, KPF, whatever that thing is right there. And you need to make sure that it has your new name, the new name in it, like the new pen name. Okay, it has to be in here. Then you're also going to upload your new cover that has the new pen name on it. Okay, ignore my spelling errors. I have them. If you want it associated to your app, to your publishing account, leave your publishing account. If you don't, then don't put it in there. So then back here is the pricing. That's all you have to do. And then click publish your Kindle. That's all you have to do inside of the actual Amazon page. It's the same thing for Draft to Digital, same thing for Apple, same thing for Kobo, and so forth. Okay. All you have to do is make a little change. Now, the Author Central page is where it gets a little hairy. What we're talking about, and again, the post is down below, but here's some steps on how to do it. You have to go in and you have to, after that has been made, those changes, then you go into the Author Central and you reach out to the support and you say, can you please remove, and this is on your good one, can you please remove this actual pen name, these books from my account and put them on a new pen name. And it gives you directions on the new pen name, which is where they're supposed to be. You'll get some really sweet emails where they're like, I'm so sorry that happened. And it's like, it's not your fault, dude. I was the one that didn't organize it right. Like, hello. But they're really nice and they do help you. It just takes a little bit. Then it takes about 7 days for them to reorganize. And then it takes about 3 months for things to actually settle down, where everything actually looks correct, where your also bots are, starting to actually even out and look right. And then you don't really care. I wouldn't worry about your reviews saying your name and stuff on it. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. What matters is that you have their data is correct and the book cover is correct and your inside is correct. Once all that's right, time will even it out. I know it's a lot. A headache.
Yeah, it is. I started a new pen name and I got, I had books under my real name and I started a pen name. And so some of the books were showing up under Mandy Stevens and I did not want that. And it was a while and they were still on my Mia Ellis account. So I had to go in, I had to ask several times for them to please remove these books because I guess there were paperbacks somewhere like third party.
Yes.
I said, please take this off my account. And I had to do it several times, but finally I believe it did.
Nice. Okay, good. So a little bit of persistence. It does take time. It is worth it. And then you really want to make sure that you have your Facebook page, a separate one, because when you're running ads, you don't want to mix those things up. If you have like a theme page, what are they also called? Fan pages and favorite pages. Fan pages. If you have something like that on your Facebook page or on your Facebook, just make sure you identify who the actual one is that you want that with in your head, at least organize it. So that's all. So that's how you do and separate out a pen name. It's not as complicated as it sounds. If your cover designer isn't willing to change out the name, I mean, that takes 2 seconds. So I'm not sure why they wouldn't, but yeah, sometimes they don't. So tell them, hey, I got to change out my pen name. Can you help me out here? You can do it. And then changing inside of your format is just who the author is. Like, that's easy. So if you have any questions, let us know. Do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah. I love how you showed how people could keep reviews because that's the biggest question I get. How am I going to keep my reviews? Yeah. So I really love that you showed them that.
Yeah, that's how I would do it. You don't have to, it doesn't ruin anything. So It's a good thing. So yes. Okay. So that's how you change out your pen names. So we've got some really fun other videos coming up. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. We'll reply as soon as we get a chance, and hit like and subscribe and the bell dingy, and and come see us in our free group. I don't know if we want to add anything else, but
Yep.